Hi, my name is Andrea Varela, and in this video I'm going to talk about cultural and communication barriers to international successful negotiations and how to overcome them. Also, I'm going to explain how emotional intelligence might be used during an international business negotiation effectively, constructively, and positively. First, we are going to define what is culture. Culture consists of the norms, behaviors, attitudes, values, beliefs, and customs within a community or a nation. While we need to remember the influence of culture in the behavior and values of a person, we also have to remember not to emphasize culture as the only source of people's behavior. Otherwise, we might neglect to consider the individual and the situation they are having. When negotiating with people from other cultures, we will confront a variety of barriers such as stereotypes and prejudice. To overcome these differences, a good negotiator should first embrace diversity and show respect to the culture of the other party. It is better to try to investigate and understand their culture and negotiating styles before a negotiation takes place, but try to avoid generalization. Each person is different. Build a relationship and find things in common that go beyond the culture, like hobbies, experiences, and more. Misinterpreting behavior can be another barrier. Differences in culture make it difficult to understand the other party's intentions and can create communication problems that lead to misunderstandings that complicate the negotiations. Be conscious of your behavior, try to understand how your counterpart will perceive your own attitudes and behaviors, and try to promote an open communication. Consider the context and the traits of the other party, like their personality, because it can be a factor that can change the negotiation. And be patient with the negotiators who have different styles and approaches to a negotiation. They are also trying to accommodate you. Now I'm going to talk about how to use emotional intelligence in negotiations. But before anything else, we need to know what emotional intelligence is. It is the ability to manage our own emotions and deal with those of our counterparts. Negotiators use this technique to take the other side's point of view into consideration and to make decisions whether to push harder or to redirect to a different line of reasoning, what tone will be best received, and to sense if their counterparts are deceiving them. Empathy is an important tool for building relationships with others, which determines the likelihood of reaching optimal agreements and the desire to work together in the future. But negotiators have to be careful that this empathy does not lead to make unnecessary concessions to their counterparts at the expense of their own gains. For example, a negotiator with high empathy is preparing ahead of a supplier negotiation, and they may say, well, the company they are dealing with is small and they might not have the capability to deliver the project in, let's say, 14 weeks. And they say, well, maybe ask for 16 weeks. They do this and the negotiation, but then the supplier says, now 16 weeks is too tight of a time, give us 18 weeks. We see that it's not a pretty good deal for the negotiator's company. So in negotiation, empathy might be less effective than perspective taking. This last concept refers to imagining how the other party might think instead of empathy, that is imagining how the other party might feel. So it's more effective in delivering superior results for the negotiators. This is all for my video. I hope you liked it, and thank you.